hope you can hear me. Good afternoon, good evening, and good day. Good morning to those of you on the West Coast. We are 13 minutes from the supercharger, so you get us driving. Once we get pulled up to the supercharger, I'll switch to the tablet, and we'll go on with today's show. It's going to be a shorter show because, well, we're on the road, and sorry if you're having trouble hearing me with these lovely South Carolina roads. Nothing I can do about that. Let's see. I've got chat right here. So if somebody could tell me if you hear me or not, I'd appreciate it. Maybe Luna could, if you could go on your cell phone and see if you can hear us or not, and then let me know. I want to pass this guy. He's going so much slower than I want to, but the you can't even see the guy. The traffic is like nose to nose. They're tailgating each other. There's no room for us to get through with this trailer that we're towing. I'll give you a tour of that once we get parked in about 14 miles. I don't know if we'll be able to charge when we get there, but we will try. The reason I say that is the map is showing that there's only 3 stalls available, and I bet you they're not all side by side. So we'll see what happens next. This guy is upset that I'm passing this car with a trailer. Trying to pass me on the right. Can't stand that crowd. Anyway, I'm merging back in. Now that I'm going to go over my set speed. This pilot will let me. Made room. My battery lets me run. There we go. Alright, I see that you guys are tuning in. So I've prepared some stories, and then of course if you guys want to talk about anything, I imagine that the supercharger session that we're going to need while towing is going to be longer than the number of articles I picked out. One of them was kind of a Cybertruck thing, so I don't know how I'm going to share the visuals with both devices being mobile. I'll try something, and if not, we'll just do that part next week. So we're about to cross over the bridge headed out of Santee. I mean, I guess we could stop at the rest area at Santee, but if we do that, then we're not charging, which means we're not making any forward progress. And we could stop at Santee, but it's a terrible little V2, well, actually V1 upgraded to V2 station that's been expanded, and it's not really conducive to towing a trailer. It's only got, I think, 8 spots now. No, it was 6, and they added 4. Anyway, if I take up 5 of them with the trailer, people won't be happy with us because it's kind of prime going in and out of Charleston, other than the one in Charleston. So they've got us going to Somerton. I'm doing 64. I'm not happy with that. I'm going to do 70 for this. And as soon as there's a gap in the line of cars, we'll pass them. And let's see what happens. I guess I don't want to be passing a truck on the bridge with a trailer. Alright, I guess the chat's not working, but Luna says that Gig says that the audio is working. Motoko is currently taking a nap in her seat, and if it was easy to change the camera around on this thing, I'd totally show you guys, but it's many clicks, and when you're towing on a Legacy Model X, you don't get auto steer, you just get smart cruise. Matthew Dunnigan Ryan, the guy who brought us those Cybertruck info from the shareholders meeting, he said that his does it without any trickery. On this one, they say that I can put it in park and turn off the trailer mode, but there's a couple different things about that really spooked me. When Tesla was selling trailer mode, not the actual mode, but like the towing package, they said that there's the software helps prevent sway and protects the drive unit, and that if you add your own manual or your own aftermarket tow bar and then tow with it, that the drive unit will get messed up. And I don't want to self-warranty, self-insure a drive unit, one or both of them. So I imagine that if you mess them up like that, you don't get the core return situation. And I imagine even with the core return, we're still probably looking at a couple $1,000, anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000 per unit. Not something I got just taking around. So I've got the rest area, but like I said, I'm going to skip across and go to the inside the car. I can go ahead and get started on the first item of discussion is the Starship is finally certified to launch. So we're looking at as early as Monday, we can see Starship do its orbital test flight where it's going to take off from Starbase Texas and head on over to simulate landing back on the rocket pad, the launch pad, but in the water. And then the Starship itself is going to do most of the orbit, and it's going to do the same thing in Hawaii, simulate landing back in the what do you call it, the chopsticks. And that's going to be exciting. It's something I wanted to go see in person. It's just not for us. We saw the Green demo, the unmanned demo, and then we saw Falcon Heavy. So being able to watch all the basics first is something that we really enjoy, but it's just not in the cards right now. 55, are you serious? So very much like the old car, everything but a gas station. You're done with a Tesla, you'll pass everything, or you can't pass everything, no supercharger. And the sections and widely extensive. Yes, I could go a little bit further if I was slow down, but I imagine you guys didn't tune in to watch me drive across the country. Get back out of this way. Switching out. Sometimes gotta buy a box. It's the largest one today because the trip. Oh, is the audio working? All right, so I hear me, but she says that the video is frozen. We are currently 5 minutes out from switching devices, so if you don't mind a frozen video, I think it's safer if I don't be touching the phone while we drive. But the sound is working. No sound? Uh-oh. All right, I guess I'll hit refresh. I can't hit refresh. Oh, stop hitting stuff. 5 more minutes. Did it come back? Okay, she says it came back. All right, I still don't have any chat. I don't know if the chat's broken or if nobody is interested in shy today. The signal? Yeah, across the bridge. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, So in about 4 miles, we're going to turn right and we're going to go towards the Somerton Charger. And then we're going to be there for a minute. So while we're there, we're going to discuss several items of EV news, not just the Starship, which was really cool, which isn't really an EV at all, although it can be solar powered on Mars. It can be solar powered here too, but I don't know if it's worth the effort here when methane is abundant. I think it would be the right thing to do, but Elon may be the richest guy in the world, but he still likes to save him some money, as evidenced by ripping the phones out of the service centers and a lot of other lovely decisions that were made over there. Oh, we're stopping. Why are we stopping? Let me turn off cruise control. No? Yeah, I'm gonna turn off cruise control. No, I won't. Alright, so we gotta find room to pass all these people. The good thing is, we're in a Tesla, so finding room to pass people is not much of a concern. Or, we gotta find something that'll hold 2 cars, though. These people, they follow so closely. Like, if anybody has any sort of mishap on the road, they are done for. They can't brake safely. They're under a 2-second following distance. Alright, I don't know what's going on up here. Yesterday, on the way back, on the same way that we're going now, same direction and everything, there was a semi-truck with trailer that was facing the wrong way across all the lanes of traffic. I saved the video on the Tesla cam and have not yet had the chance to review it. And of course, since what they call accidents, I call crashes, collisions, are rarely accidents. They probably won't even hit the news. But maybe. I don't think you should be towing with a Ranger pickup. No, not Ranger. What's that thing? The Explorer Sport? Especially not something that large. He was pulling a full-on camper. One that this car would not be rated for, probably. Speaking with my dad this morning, I came to the realization last night that the Model X is rated to tow basically itself. Short, I think 800 pounds for the Legacy Model X. And then the tow rating actually went down on the new Model X by a little bit. It still rounds to 5,000, but it's no longer 5,000 anymore. And I'm wondering if that's because the car got lighter. I mean, it literally is lighter. The battery is smaller, everything else about it, there's just less of it. And even though it's the same size, same dimensions, all that, so I may be onto something with that little realization there. All right, here's our turn. And the Somerton Supercharger, I really should do a review on it. It's got a weird approach. And at night, they turn off all the lights when they close. So it's not a good 24-hour station, but it is decent for road trips. And if it's full, it's not going to be decent for a trailer, but we will see in mere moments. Turn on our signal. Start accelerating. Meter our speed on down till we get to. All right, so I see it right here from the highway. It's a lot better from this direction than the other direction. And even though it says it only has 3 available, it looks like we'll be able to do our thing here. We'll pull up next to this Model Y and we will block 5 parking spaces. How many stalls we'll block? That was a good California stop. Stop my people. Oh, he's in the middle. What a jerk. So there's an Odyssey minivan in the way, and we will see what happens. I may just kind of like camp out waiting for him to move while we do our show here. So it's at a Stuckey's. And this Honda Odyssey that you might not be able to see yet is kind of blocking my approach. And the Model Y is blocking where the trailer would go if I were to come from the front, so that won't work. Riding through potholes. Let's see how I'm going to work with this. I don't need gas. I need the daggum supercharger. All right, so this black Odyssey coming into view is blocking me. And I don't know how I'm going to do this because I need to get close. I might have to pull out and run around.
Can we walk there and when have Tesla come to shut?
We'll have to go around in a circle, yeah. Let me pop the seatbelt real quick. Oh, somebody's advertising on the supercharger. All right, so I lifted my seat with the seatbelt off, so it put the brakes on. What I'm trying to do. Oh, this is a Lucid. Look at this shit. Pardon my French. This is a Lucid. I don't know what he's gonna do here without it being a Magic Dock site, because it's not a Magic Dock site. I lifted my butt again. All right, I'm gonna put the seatbelt back on, or put it behind me. All right, let's try this again. So what I'm doing is edging the wheel up to the edge of the parking stops, and I think I'm far away, but I'm gonna try it. Let's go one more. I am far away. Good luck getting out of here. I am like right up on the Model Y.
That magic take video too. You want to shut here?
Is that Dave? That looks like Dave. It is Dave. Hang on, hang on. Oh snap! That's Kyle's dad.
You go.
Yo, that's Kyle's dad. I meant to call Kyle and tell him I saw his dad. All right, so let's see if we can make this supercharger reach. We did. We're only blocking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. All right, let's do the show. Let me get the iPad and we'll go on. All right, give me the iPad, please. He did.
You want to shut or what?
No, he doesn't want to charge. He might have been kind of checking it out. Oh, it's a fly in the car. Can't believe I did that. Not even a fly. I don't know what it is. All right. Yeah, I'm good. The Model Y owner was back, and he was asking if I was blocked by him. And I'm not. All right, so we need Safari. Then we need this beautiful website we're on. And then I put the control enter for .com, and it still searched for it. So we need to log in with our YouTube. I don't know why we got signed out, but whatever. I'm going to have to move the iPad because, well, it's on a refrigerator and it's currently compressing. Now, sign in, got it. Yes, you can use a microphone, got it. So, there we go. All right, tab is closed, and will kick me. There we go. And now the chat is working. All right, so only certain supercharger sites are Magic Dock sites. That is correct. Currently, there are only 10 or 9 stations that are Magic Dock equipped. They are in New York and California. The iPad has the camera off to the side, which is ridiculous. Let me situate this a little bit. I'm going to pull out notes and maybe get started on the content of the show. Let me move this coat. There we go. Baby's fussing, so limits our possibilities. Okay, so You know what? Let me tweet it, Dave, real quick. Twitter. Search Dave. You can see me live. I know that you don't already see me live, but this is. Alright. And this is running on empty. Yeah, so this is what we saw. And I know he's got Twitter. I thought I was following him. Oh yeah, out of spectate. That's what I'm doing wrong. Tweeted them. Oh, okay, the compressor just stopped on the fridge. That's nice. That's back. Out of spectate. And let's go ahead and cut. I just saw Dave and Lucid. At Summerton at Supercharger. I was hogging all the spots with the trailer. The U-Haul. Alright. Now, so let's see what we've got for content. I guess I didn't need to shrink it down since we might not be able to share the screen. I pulled up my notes, and so we talked about the Starship. And let's go ahead and get you guys' comments on the stream, because I don't know if I have the stream replay turned on, and some of you guys are on Facebook. And look at the price. What is that price? $329. Is that high? I don't know if that's high. And Dan says that the excitement is funny. All right, so first up, Rivian is going to be profitable in 2024, and they're going to launch the R2 a year later. So their next version, is it going to be like the Model 3? Is it going to be a little cheaper, a little easier to produce, lessons learned, that sort of thing? We'll find out soon enough. It's only 1 year away. And then speaking of Lucid sees a production drop of 33%, and deliveries declined by 27% in Q1 of 2023. I think there's anything more to discuss about that. And then Tesla is going to bring back the Model 3 long-range rear-wheel drive for fleet customers. All right, that one's a little more nuanced. Let's go into it. All right, so this is coming from Drive Tesla Canada, and oh my goodness, they have a lot more ads on the mobile than they do on the website at my house. Let's see. So the long-range rear-wheel drive was the original Model 3 release. That was actually the Model 3 that I bought, and that got accelerated because I bought a Model S while I was waiting on it, which meant that I didn't need 2 Teslas. And it was pretty popular. It had a range of, actually, it wasn't this high when it was new. It was like 310, and they updated it to 325 with a software update. Some people saw that. Some of my friends, they got the update, but they didn't see a 15-mile range bump. We're not sure if that was due to degradation or just variability in the process. But so Fleet Europe was reporting that variant will be back, but only in Europe. It's going to be 47,000 euros, or 53,000 US, 70,000 Canadian. The all-wheel drive starts at 50,990 euros, and that's going to include, at that price, the 47. It's going to include remote fleet management through the mobile app, all of the standard safety features. So basically, all the stuff that is standard on Tesla, like the smart cruise, the obstacle avoidance, the collision avoidance, those sorts of things are going to be included. And then, of course, auto steer and lane keep is there as it is now for free on the regular cars. Right? I mean, we're facing into the sun, so the car's not liking it. Let me turn the fan up. Oh, then, when that was reported, one of the Tesla senior operations coordinator, Matt Andreessen, he liked the LinkedIn article, and then later on, senior key account manager at Tesla on LinkedIn posted. She says this. Karen says, introducing the new Model 3 long-range rear-wheel drive for our B2B customers in the UK. To accelerate the electrification of Europe's B2B fleet, we are introducing a new Model 3 variant that caters to the needs of our commercial customers. Model 3 long-range rear-wheel drive combines a segment-leading range of 394 miles of WLTP, remember, so closer to 325, and I am blocking so many supercharger stalls. There's another Model Y came up. That leaves one more spot. We may have to move if more people come in. And let's see. Is that van still back there? Well, we can't move until that van moves. Anyway, so 394 WLTP range, the highest charging convenience, entry-level price point from £46,990. Tesla does like all the other tech companies where dollars equals pounds equals euros, but they do generally adjust for exchange rates, and they do it better than many of the other companies. And let's see. So I was touching here. Okay. I was thinking it had two cameras or something. All right. So this vehicle, its long-range capabilities combined with access to Tesla's supercharger network provide peace of mind for the most intensive and demanding fleet users. Its high-efficiency powertrain delivers best-in-class range whilst providing quick acceleration and a comfortable, smooth ride. The vehicle is available to order through our B2B channels with delivery set to commence in June. Want to know more about Tesla for Business? Click the link below, blah, 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 and it's got a link to Tesla for Business. That is... I don't even have a way to share that with you guys. Eddie says, I finally saw a Rivian SUV the other day. Again, army green. Yeah, that's the one of the launch colors, the special edition colors. Just like when the Model S and X were brand new, you would see so many of them in signature red. Nearly every Founders and nearly every signature was signature red. Even though they had choices, they could have picked anything. I saw a couple in black and a couple in white that were the signature and Founders, but most of them were signature red. All right, so that is the Model 3 long-range rear-wheel drive making a somewhat of a comeback. Close this tab, and then we'll go back here. Ford Blue Cruise has expanded to the UK. So again, even though Ford canceled their Argo AI partnership and decided they're not going to offer any driverless cars, they are still expanding the technology that they do have. So we're looking at, in the UK, the technology has received full approval from the Department of Transport and can be used on 2,300 miles of pre-mapped highways in England, Scotland, and Wales, referred to as blue zones. Sounds like a war movie, like aliens. We're in the blue zone, it's safe. And that was 1,300 kilometers for those of you outside of whatever you call it, and that other country in Africa. Freedom units, there we go. So it'll be available from 2023 on the Mustang Mach-E using 5 radars to track the position and speed of other vehicles on the road, and a forward-facing camera to detect lane markings and speed changes. Only one? I guess you only need one if you got all those radars. And of course, it also has the infrared driver eye tracking system. So that's enough out of the Ford Blue Cruise. congrats to Europeans, or at least the UK. Especially since the UK doesn't consider themselves to be Europe anymore, huh? All right. The autonomous cars of Waymo are finding themselves succumbing to the fog. So recently, a couple of the Waymo cars were driving in San Francisco, which is known for the fog, and they couldn't see. So they stopped in the middle of the road. Their programming is such that they are supposed to pull over and stop, but they just stopped in the middle of the road. Self-driving is hard. And there's a picture of the Waymo. Oh, this isn't so bad. So my Cybertruck thing will work if I do the holding the phone up like the Luddite. But the van moved. So if another two Teslas show up, then I can figure something out. I think, because if somebody else goes where the van was, then I need to swing the tail to. Oh boy, I may have boxed myself in there. All right, so next up, let's click on this. What was that? I also don't want Elon in my pocket, so I need to make sure that we don't overdo the charge. We have 15 minutes to continue our trip. And if we leave now, we'll get there with 1%, which is a lie, because even the empty trailer, although we were going significantly faster, the empty trailer was averaging 632 watt-hours per mile. So anyway, Waymo's getting stuck in the fog, and then their leadership confirmed that they're not supposed to do it that way. And it's kind of interesting that you launch in San Francisco, and fog is known to have been a thing there forever, and you just now run into it. All right. All right, I told you I was going to tell you about the Cybertruck. Cybertruck, frunk, and Gigawiper in action. Let's take a look here. So the frunk is going to be just like we talked about, where it's more like the F-150 Lightning, where the whole front comes up. So the light bar, the front of the top of the bumper, all that, they come up together. So let me get the photo. So this is coming from Drive Tesla Canada from from Reddit, sorry. So this is what I'm talking about on the F-150 Lightning, where all of it comes up in one piece. I need to trim my nails, but since we're moving stuff, I didn't think you guys would be seeing my fingers. Where'd it go? If you scroll down too far on their page, you get videos on the phone app. So there's the render, but somebody of another one. I saw this photo, and that's not the one. Oh, that's why. Because it was over here. I was on the wrong part. So there's it actually open. So you can see the front with the light bar has been lifted. Oh, now it loads. Reminder about a doctor's appointment. All right, so there we go. So you can see how it opens up there. And then that's from Gregor Truck on Reddit. All right, there's a Model S. You can back into that open spot, please. I'm not moving all this. And there's an open spot. This is a V3 charger. You're not going to be sharing with anybody. I'll take it up 5, yeah. Is this one open? Oh, will he close his door? There was something blocking me before. Is he gone? There was somebody blocking me before. Is he gone? All right, let's see what we can do.
Like, there was an open spot. There was no... So what if the guy's door open? Guys, you don't need to save spots at a V3 supercharger. They all get their 250 or whatever they upgrade to. All right, so the other part was GigaWiper in action. So at the GigaWiper part. Otherwise, we will see that it looks like a large windshield wiper going across the car. Okay. I don't need your music. All right, mute. And then you can kind of see it whenever it starts here. There you go. You can see it kind of wiping across. And it's a windshield wiper. All right, so that is our Cybertruck news for the week. It's an Altima. Don't got to worry about it. Because like I said, there are no more stalls. I mean, there are 4 more stalls, but I'm using 5 of them. Did I show you guys our setup here? I showed plugging it in. And so we're just hauling the largest U-Haul that they offer. Making a mess as usual. Alright. Next up, so we talked about the Cybertruck. British Columbia's ZEV market share reaches 18% for 2022. Congratulations. Electrify all the things. SpaceX has appealed the Ukrainian ruling that said they couldn't stop the original user of Starlink in Ukraine from using their trademark. They were using it actively. They weren't squatting like that guy with the Giga beer, registering it the day before Tesla did. And we'll see what happens there. And more chats. Hello from Stockholm, Sweden. Good to see you, Anders. And then Eddie says, one of these days, experience a frunk. See the significance. I don't think most are used. So the ones that are more used are the power frunks, because on the Tesla, not only is it a manual hood, you also have to very carefully close it so you don't dent it. Now, if the Cybertruck is still manual, at least it's made of steel, so you could probably slam that. We'll see. And they'd be smart to make it a power frunk, because every other electric pickup truck that has a frunk has a power frunk. So they would be missing out by not having a power frunk on the Cybertruck. And Anders. So we were just doing a shorter show than typical because I am moving all the stuff that we need to get the studio up and going into the original location. Maybe not the original for this live stream, but the original from when you started seeing me stream and when I got serious with the channel. And that's what we're up to. So we're just supercharging while that happens. It says we have 3 minutes to go to continue our trip, and then we'll get there with 10%, but I can't trust it. So we're going to go longer. And then on the next legs, we're going to go slower than 70. We were doing 70 because it was the speed limit, and we were trying to get here so that we could do the show without trying to do it from the road or something, or at a rest stop. Let's see. So the next is that it's from Drive Tesla Canada, but Tesla dropped the prices as much as 10% across Europe. That goes with where they were dropping prices in the US and Australia. However, Mark told us they have not dropped the prices in Canada yet. Blame Canada. All right. Next, we got a bunch of Powerwall stories. So Tesla has partnered with a company in Thailand, and so they will get you a Powerwall installed for $20,000, which is still significantly more than even when the Powerwall was at its highest price here in the States. So it's going to be 699,000 baht. So that's $20,755 compared to what it costs in the States, $9,200 per Powerwall. Yikes. And so the company that's doing this for them is Solar D. They're going to be both the reseller and the installer. And oh boy, there's another Model S. Sorry, so we got to figure this out. Stand by. Yeah, go straight back. So you go here. Alright, let's see what I can do. Let me go straight back. Can I do it? Let me get all my cameras on when I need it. The trailer didn't like that. But who cares what the trailer likes? As long as it doesn't jackknife with me. So they say there's nothing behind me. That's what I didn't see anybody, and that's what everybody told me. There's nobody behind us. Alright. Let's try this. I hit the locking pin with the supercharger handle. So this is us now. The angle's not very good here, is it? Basically, I just pushed it back like I was trying to jackknife it. You're welcome. So they're going surfing with their Model S. Pretty cool. All right, let me close this door and we'll get back to it. Hello, Robert. Good to see you. And yes, Dan, that was a South Park reference before they got the way they are. I haven't seen them in years. All right, let's see. Where were we? We're talking about Solar D and there. So you can now get a Powerwall in Thailand for a pretty penny. And I'm wondering if that might change later if they get more resellers, kind of the same way that when the Model 3 came to the Thai police, they all got performance positions and they were all kind of gray markety, and then all of a sudden they got approved. All right, so next, let's. Oh, she's checking the map. Like that, does it not work? Because that's not good. All right, so Thailand passed a new rule last year that promotes renewable energy. The regulation brought about by the feed-in tariff scheme, which guarantees above market prices for power producers. The scheme runs for 25 years and fixes the bot. So, wow. So $638.37 per kilowatt hour. So 2169.9 baht per kilowatt hour for solar. You have enough energy to continue your trip. I don't believe you. The second plan for solar, and $834.25 per kilowatt hour for solar plus storage. So it sounds like they've kind of done something similar to what California did with their changes to the feed-in tariffs, where you have to have storage to get a rate that's worth doing now, unless you signed up before it was too late, and then you can keep what you had. So that's pretty cool. Next, alchemy doors. All right, so there's now an additional spot in the supercharger available because that original Model Y that was here is gone. Now, more Powerwall stories. The Powerwall price in Australia has dropped again. Let's see what it's changed to. Excuse me. It's a BMW. Don't gotta worry about that. All right, so they have dropped again by 1,699 Australian dollars. The new suggested retail price for a Powerwall in Australia is $12,000. It went from 12, and so it just sounds like supply and demand are catching up. So then we've got another really cool Powerwall story coming up. Not just that you can get one, but also, oops, I don't want to talk about the whole story yet. This one, Powerwall 3. Powerwall 3? We're already on Powerwall 2. So Powerwall 3 is going to have prismatic cells. This is all speculation at the moment, but it's seasoned speculation because I'll tell you why. So Tesla hasn't announced it yet. The new product first surfaced last year when details of an internal meeting leaked in which it was revealed that the new home energy storage product was in the works. Not much was said about the new product except that it would allow for easier installations and have improved aesthetics and a higher performance than its predecessors. Now, in this Drive Tesla article, there's some items that don't make much sense to me because they don't seem physically possible. But some of it seems well enough, so I'm just telling you about it now. So Tesla was intending to pilot the Powerwall 3 with employees in 2022, and now it looks like the company is preparing for a public launch of the new product. According to a report by Electrek, Tesla has begun applying to have Powerwall 3 approved and certified with some utilities in the U.S. The report states that some utility companies have already certified Powerwall 3, meaning the launch of the product could be really soon. And man, those certifications seem to get you all the time in tech. So what we have for the specs so far, these are again speculation and not final or anything. I don't know how I'm going to get out of here if these ladies don't let me out. I think they will because I let them in. Look at the little chihuahua. Yes, so they're going to switch from NMC to lithium iron phosphate, so nickel, manganese, cobalt, which is what the cars were running and what the current Powerwall runs, and what the Mega Chargers used to run, and all the other Tesla Energy stuff used to run on the car cells. And they've been switching them to lithium iron phosphate. And so the Powerwall 3 is going to be a little cheaper to make and produce. And the article goes on to point out that they already did this on the Megapack. We're told to expect the same 13.5 kilowatt hour energy capacity as Powerwall 2. And here's the part where the numbers don't add up. However, the new unit will come with 15.4. Oh wait, no, that does work because it's kilowatts, not kilowatt hours. 15.4 kilowatts of peak backup power compared to 10 in the current version. That's pretty cool. So I read an extra H in there, so it does all add up. That also means that you might not need 2 Powerwalls to run an air conditioner. So that's usually what was holding people up is they needed a little more than 7, which it originally launched with, and they needed more than 10. And so now we're getting there with 15. 15 is a lot of power. The Model X right here that I'm driving, it will draw 17 kilowatts from my house at so that's 80 amps, 72 amps really, at over 250 volts. So, no, over 240 volts. It's like pushing 250. Yes, sweetie. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? You playing with your toes? Hey, she's waving. I don't know if I got the camera focused right. Yeah. So, if I had it focused wrong, I'm sorry, but Moto waved, and she's upset that she's locked in her chair. Let me unbuckle her. That's a appealing view. Yeah. There you go, baby. Give me a thumb. There you go. You gonna come with us? All right, when her mom gets back, we will work through and clean this up because I don't know how far it went. And now that she's out of the chair, she will not get back in the chair. I guess she's doing her own YouTube, probably. Let's get this out of the seatbelt buckle. Live! Live. What's up? Who's that? That's you. And that's me. Yep, South Park movie. I think they also had it in their show. And Robert says they've raised his electric prices again. See, this is why we want to electrify all the things, because then you're not at the whims of Russian gas. All right, where's the phone? Down here. So anyway, they can't share the photo they were provided, but the Powerwall 3 and the Powerwall 2 are similar in size, with the Powerwall 3 being slightly smaller. I'm curious how they did that. Like, they must have had some advancements in the inverter or something, because LFP cells are bigger and heavier than NMC cells. Yeah, you waving? Okay, so let's move on to the next thing. And don't touch that Coke. It's already spilled. The other good thing is hopefully it fell on the mat and not on the carpet, because the mat is weatherproof. All right, so that was all about the Powerwall today. Next up, Polestar delivered 12,000 vehicles in Q1, and they set to debut the Polestar 4 at Shanghai Auto Show. And then, finally, Pepsi has unveiled 21 new Tesla semis at their Sacramento bottling facility. They also unveiled 4 new megachargers. And on What Drives Us this week, we will probably have Russell ranting about how they got the money. Bless you. We'll probably have Russell ranting about how they got the money from government grants, etc., because Pepsi doesn't make enough money, and Tesla doesn't make enough money, and he doesn't like Elon Musk or something. It'll be interesting to watch. I'm not sure if either myself or Mark will have anything to add to the situation, but it will be a discussion. And unless something newsworthy happens to bump it from the show, but that'll be an interesting item to discuss. 12,000 Polestars to wear. Well, don't forget that the Polestar is worldwide, and Hertz bought 100,000 of them. So I wonder if Hertz didn't get a huge chunk of that. There's a Model 3, but there is space for. And baby, where you going? 3 minutes to charge limit. I guess we're about done. The charge limit is set to 90 right now. Let me see. You want to know where the Polestars were? Let me see if it says. Don't fall. Where are you climbing? So Polestar 4 is going to be at the Shanghai Auto Show later this month. And you can't shift to drive while your foot's on the brake and you're connected to the supercharger. It doesn't work. From October to December, it's a 26% increase from the first quarter of last year. They called it a successful start. And they hope to deliver 80,000 cars around the world. So yeah, that would be worldwide, 12,000. Not terrible. Not terrible at all. Are you tired of road tripping? Right, so that Model S is gone. It's 100D. And, I mean, yes, I am using a whole mess of spots, but it's not my fault that Tesla doesn't. Like, equips the cars for towing and then doesn't make them all pull in, or enough pull-ins. Doesn't make every site have a pull-in. And in the southeast, we're kind of slim on spots, so it It's not like in the mid Atlantic and the Northeast where I can just go to the next one where they've got the proper setup. And Tesla's gonna have to deal with this before the Cybertruck comes out, because not every trailer can be detached from the vehicle. These U-Haul van trailers, they don't come off once they're attached, especially once they're loaded. Yeah. So that's why the Coke was where it was, because the iPad was, don't fall, baby. The iPad was in the drink holder. Oh yeah? Yeah. Alright, let's see what you guys got to say before I sign out here. Again, I want to thank all of our patrons and channel members, and all of you guys for taking the time to watch, especially on this, let's call it janky show that I just did today from the car. And I really appreciated everybody chatting. So next week is Earth Day and her birthday. And oh no! Are we there? Okay, she closed it. She likes to touch stuff, and she's really good at making gestures that the computer understands, whether they were meant to do anything or not. She started trying to play with the MCU yesterday, and so then I tell her no, and she doesn't like that. I just say no, and she acts like I screamed at her. So, this was a decent little show. How long did we run for? Does it say? It doesn't say. But that's, oh no, don't move that. But that's okay. Yeah, so Luna is definitely out there doing her own content, but it's time to roll. So we will catch you on the flip side. Thank you again.